Learning English by watching series.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Language Vibes. I'm your host, Alex, and today we have a fantastic guest with us, an ESL student who became proficient in English through watching TV series. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Alex. Happy to be here.
So, let's get the ball rolling. I understand you've learned a lot of English by watching TV series. Can you share your experience with our listeners?
Absolutely. I started watching series like Friends and How I Met Your Mother. They were not only entertaining but also a great way to immerse myself in the language.
Fantastic choices. Now, what tips do you have for our listeners who want to improve their listening skills and expand their vocabulary through series?
Well, first, choose series that you genuinely enjoy. It makes the learning process more enjoyable. Secondly, turn on English subtitles to understand the context better. Lastly, don't hesitate to pause and look up new words. It's a great way to boost your vocabulary.
Great advice. Now, for those who are just starting, what would be your top tip for making the most out of the series they watch?
I'd say engage with the content actively. Take notes on new words, phrases, or expressions. Try to incorporate them into your daily conversations. It's a fun way to reinforce what you've learned.
Excellent suggestions. I'm curious about your favorite English expressions or phrases that you've picked up from the series you've watched. Any gems you'd like to share?
Oh, absolutely. One that comes to mind is the whole 9 yards from How I Met Your Mother. It's such a quirky way to express going all out or doing your best.
That's a classic one. Now, let's talk about motivation. Learning a language can be challenging. How did you stay motivated during your language learning journey?
Motivation was key for me. I set small, achievable goals, like understanding a particular episode without subtitles or learning 5 new words each week. Learning a little every day kept me motivated to continue.
Great insights. Now, let's talk about using dictionaries. Did you find yourself relying on dictionaries while watching series, or did you prefer to let things unfold without pausing for explanations?
It's an interesting balance. In the beginning, I used to pause and look up words a lot. But as I got more comfortable, I realized it's okay to let some things slide and focus on the overall context. It's like trying to understand a joke. If you get the punchline, the details become less crucial.
That's a smart approach. So, you'd say that context played a big role in your understanding?
Absolutely. Context is king. It helped me grasp the meanings of words and phrases without getting bogged down in the nitty-gritty details.
And for our listeners, finding that balance between using dictionaries and relying on context can be a game changer. Thanks for sharing your perspective. Now, any final thoughts or advice for language learners?
My pleasure. I'd say embrace the process, enjoy the content you're engaging with, and don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Learning a language is an adventure. Make it a fun one.
Wise words. And for our listeners out there, remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. Well, that concludes our episode. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Alex. It was a pleasure being here. Happy learning, everyone.
Well, that wraps up our conversation. A big thanks to our guest for sharing these valuable insights. And to our listeners, keep on studying hard. It pays off.
Thank you for listening to English Audio Lounge. We hope you have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more audio stories to improve your listening.